Alright, so you want to sell your furniture on Facebook Marketplace. In this video, I've got 5 great tips on how to easily sell your furniture on Facebook Marketplace this week. Let's get to it. Alright, so I've been selling furniture, me and my wife, through our business on Facebook Marketplace for probably, I don't know, like 10, 12, 15, it feels like forever. A lot of years. Ever since Facebook Marketplace was essentially available, I feel like we've been selling our furniture on there. So I want to give you my top 5 tips that I've used to increase my sales on there and to just make it so easy. So let's jump right in. Number 1, I got my notes right here. Number 1, let's talk about the description. So here's how I craft an awesome description whenever I put a piece of furniture on Facebook Marketplace to sell. Here's what I include. I include the information about it, like is it a dresser? Is it a dining room table? Then I offer the features, like a dresser, how many drawers are there? Do the drawers like slide easily? If it's a table, is it solid wood? Is it veneer? Is it particle board? So all those kind of descriptions, all those like features that are in there. I also include the colors. So what paint color is it? What color of stain is it? Trying to give the customer exactly like what they're looking for, like the features, the design, something that essentially like looks at the picture and also gives a nice brief description of what it is. Now, here's the most important thing that I don't include on my description, and that is the dimensions or the measurements. I never ever put that on there. So I'll describe what my piece is, and then I'll put at the very bottom message for more details. And guess what they always message me on? Can you send me the dimensions? What are the measurements? Hey, when you get a chance, I'm interested in this, but I just like to know, like, how long is this buffet? The reason why I do not include that in my description is because once somebody messages you, Facebook is going to show your post or your listing to even more people. So if you can start a conversation with someone over your piece of furniture, it's going to increase the number of people who see it, which then is going to increase the number of clicks, which is going to increase the number of people who are inquiring on that piece. So that's my number 1 tip, is to just describe my piece as best as possible, but don't give them those measurements. Also, if you're interested in doing custom work, you can also leave that in the description as well, as like interested in custom work or getting your piece done, message me for a quote today. You can also add that. That's an extra freebie. All right, number 2 I got here, the short video. So if you've been doing furniture and you run like an Instagram or a TikTok, you know what reels are, you know what shorts are, and like, you do a nice little stage up and down photo of your piece of furniture. This is also super important when you're selling your Facebook Marketplace pieces, because think about it. When you've been shopping for something and like you want to like zoom in and really kind of get into the piece and see what it is, like a video is very helpful. So whenever I do a video, like I go around, I'll start at the front of it and then I'll go over to a side. I zoom in close to like the top or the area so that they can see how well the finish looks. And then I'll come to the other side. If it's a dresser or a chest of drawers, I'll usually open some drawers, let them see on the inside, and then I'll kind of zone back out to the front of it. But that just increases like the buyer confidence that they've got a good overview of the piece through a video. And quite honestly, people just prefer to watch the videos and looking at the photos. Which takes me to my topic number 3. You do still want to provide photos. Now, here's are some tips. You really don't have to overly stage your pieces. My number 1 selling pieces that sell are typically just staged in the front of my garage door or on a blank wall. If you're on Etsy listings or you're on chairs or something like that, then I think staging does help there. But for Facebook Marketplace, it really isn't needed. You're not trying to get like a high ticket sale necessarily. You're trying to just take the flip and move it to the next thing. But making sure that your pictures that you post, make sure you get them like that they see the whole piece from the front, maybe from the top, the sides. And I only post those. If I have detailed pictures of like the drawers or like the finish or the top or something like that, I will take those pictures, but I will not post them with my listing. Because what happens is Facebook, sometimes like when people are scrolling through and looking for a piece, it'll like show your like zoomed in detail picture, and it shows that as like your chest or drawers, and no one's going to click on that listing. So I only post like the, pictures of the actual entire piece on Facebook. And if someone wants more detailed pictures, they're going to message you and say, hey, do you have pictures of inside the drawers? Hey, could you take a picture of the top of this wood? I'd like to see, is this a smooth finish? Like, what does it look like? Is it paint? Is it stain? And then if you have those pictures, you can send those to them. It kind of spurs that conversation, gets more views. All right, so that's 1, 2, and 3. Let's look here. What is our fourth one? Oh, fourth one. So this is an extra level tip. So if you're selling on Facebook Marketplace, you can set up what's called a seller profile. For my profile, even though it's underneath my personal Facebook page, or it's actually not a page, it's a profile because it's my name. What I have done is my seller profile, I have changed my picture to my business logo. You can go to canva.com and just make yourself a logo. You don't have to keep it forever. Just make whatever works for you now and then put it on there, and you can use something later. You can also like throw a piece of furniture on there that you've done, and obviously people will be like, oh, this person redoes furniture, like we're getting a higher product. And then you put your seller profile description in there. What this does is it increases buyer confidence. A lot of people are fearful of getting scammed on Facebook Marketplace. So if you have a really great seller profile, then this will drastically help you sell more furniture. And it also can get you customers for custom work, and people will see that like this is your thing, this is your niche. And so people will also follow you. I have thousands of followers in my marketplace profile, and these people regularly see my pieces of furniture. So I actually get repeat customers from Facebook Marketplace. So a seller profile is super helpful. Along with that, we go to tip number 5, which is part of our seller profile, is ask people to leave you good reviews. So whenever you make an exchange or you make a transaction on Facebook Marketplace and you had a good experience with someone and you know they had a good experience with you, it's always nice just to ask them if they would review you. Also, you can review them as a buyer. So if when you go in the mark your piece sold and you say yes, sold on Facebook, it'll ask you like who you sold it to. Click that person's name, leave them a great 5-star review, and then message them and let them know, hey, I left you a 5-star review. So I do think when you mark the piece sold, though, it will remove all your chats. So make sure you let them know before you make the piece sold that you are going to leave them a 5-star review, and you would greatly appreciate it if they left you one as well. Because the more 5-star reviews that you have, the higher you're reviewing, the more likelihood that people will trust you. And what I get a lot of times, because we have so many great reviews, people will literally just want to Venmo or Cash App their money to me to hold the piece for a couple of days until they can come pick it up. So once they want to like kind of Cash App you and send you the money, they're pretty much going to come pick that piece up, and you don't have to deal with, those sketchy people of like, yeah, I want this, I'm on my way, and then 10 minutes later it's like, oh, a family emergency occurred, and then they flake off. And so if, you increase your profile, increase your customers know, like, and trust for you, then you're going to turn more profit, more sales on Facebook Marketplace. All right. So those are your 5 tips. I hope you found this helpful. If you would like more videos like this, go ahead in the comments. Go ahead and let us know what more tips and videos would you like for us to share with you. All right. Have a great day and keep on flipping, folks. Flip it. See you later.